But John Doyle was not a good investigator. He didn't deserve getting that title.
Why did he get it then, in your opinion?
In my opinion, he got it because Garrett Byrne gave it to him.
And
Extra money, he jumped from patrolman to commander. God only knows what the pay scale was.
But what was the purpose of the office?
His purpose was to oversee, and this is my opinion, to oversee this deal that was going to be made with the FBI. H. Paul Rico, John Doyle, Jeremiah Sullivan, Mr. J. Edgar Hoover. Rico called up, I'll repeat it again, he called Washington, D.C. They got this on tape. They gave them the okay, J. Edgar Hoover gave them the okay to give these people, these murderers, immunity. And of course, Garrett Byrne said, wow, yes, 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 yes.
How, did the rest of the squad, engineering, my father, all the rest of
your
them,
father
believe
was
that at the time, that there was something?
We had no idea.
All right.
We thought it was beyond, we wouldn't even think about it. They're not going to give a deal to the guys that we're about chasing. They're going to make a deal. What kind of information? But then again, the ultimate reward would be to get the mafia, which is a great thing. If that mafia is so powerful, we all thought, hey, the hell with them, get the mafia, good. But we didn't know who. We had no idea about immunity, who was going to be involved. We had no idea. In fact, I left there, I retired 20 years later not knowing what the deal was. I know now because of Mr. Conley.
Talk about the distrust that this was causing amongst Homicide, all the Italian cops.
Yeah.
People thought you guys were, possibly leaking it. Talk about the distrust it caused, and then the incident at Dedham when you guys had to leave town to eat.
We had our suspicion, but we never ever thought that anybody would hurt us, our squad. What they were mad at, the bad guys, why are we out harassing them? They've got their immunity. Why are we out every single night going to places where they hang out? They resented that. And the word that we got, Barboza and the rest would complain to the FBI, H. Paul Rico. Who are these cops? If I'm going to give you information, why are they harassing me? Because we would stop Barboza in the middle of the night. We'd get him in a car and we had to release him. Anyway, the lieutenant didn't like what was going on. He knew nothing about the immunity. He knew Barboza was complaining. He knew he couldn't arrest him. Why? Why can't we arrest him? And engineering knew that he wasn't well liked by John Doyle. We used to eat downtown every night. We'd go down to one of the places, and one day Sal says, we can't do this. Something's going on. My squad, there's something going on, that somebody's a rat, and he thought it was one of his men leaking information to John Doyle, which it wasn't. Anyway, we'd have to go out to dinner. And on one particular night, we come out here to Dedham. And we're in a place, Artie's Fireside, I'll never forget it. And we're having the whole squad. And we're having dinner. There's a piano bar there, and Lieutenant is with us. The owner of the restaurant comes over with the phone. He says, Lieutenant Engineer, he goes, yeah. He hands it to the lieutenant. Lieutenant hangs the phone up. Let's get out of here, quick. Let's get out of here, quick. Let's go. That's what? We jump into the cruiser scoop. A car goes by. Some say the shot was fired. Some said they heard a firecracker. We never knew. Engineering turned around, went to the Garrett Byrne's office, demanded to see him right away. My men are being shot at? Who's telling people where my men are? the bottom line was, we were harassing these guys, and they were pissed off. And we had no idea what we were, why. But the criminal mind of these guys, they didn't like it. I got Bubbles in an alley. We chased him in a car. Down underneath the uprights in the south end. He jumped out of a car, and he was with another guy. His cell went up, the other end went up. I stopped Barboza in an alley. Pulled my gun up. He stopped. I had him like this. Don't you move. He says, shove it up your ass. Like, whoa. Took him out to the car, brought him into the station. He was released. How do you like that? That's when I said, bye. I'm out of here. Goodbye. Goodbye. Engineer says, go to headquarters, pick up a shotgun and a bandolier. I want it with you at all times. I used to have to drive the lieutenant home, stop the car in Westwood, walk him to the rear of his house with a loaded shotgun. Then I'd have to come home to Dorchester, in a third-floor apartment, with a shotgun in my hand. And I'd try to hide it in my neighbor's door. So go up 3 flights to where I lived. My wife would say, what are you doing? Here I am unloading a shotgun. I got 3 little babies in the house. My wife, she'd say, what's going on here? What are you doing? I don't know. And we'd argue.